Hey Leo, summarizing Venus and North Node. Welcome to your May 2024 tarot reading. I hope and pray all is well with you. Let's get into these messages because I'm getting some downloads for you guys. So I'm just start with, communicating what's coming through. I feel like you have opportunities that are coming into you and then a lot of distractions. You got the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups energy. Whether it is a third-party situation here or a situation that you feel like is just not serving you, it just feels like there's a lot of distractions, but there's a lot of things that you kind of need to take action on or just go for. There could be things where you feel like you're very hesitant because there's something about you healing and strengthening yourself after an endeavor that took place that just it didn't serve you. Maybe somebody was like testing your patience. It could also be like, I don't want to say that something costs more than it needed to. It just feels like somebody wasn't doing what they needed to. Two of Cups here is coming through as the first card that's coming out. Let me get some more. The Magician. The Nine of Swords. That's like somebody who's burdened by a love opportunity that they felt like they manifested at one point in time. I'm also getting here that there could be like a hostility or energetic confusion that you might be experiencing. Let's say if you dive into like spirituality, and your partner doesn't necessarily agree. Or let's say if you are dealing with strenuous situations where like you're having like a lot of pressure that is put on you energetically here in regards to like the direction in which something will go. This can be like somebody who feels like they're dealing with someone who had or has commitment issues. Maybe somebody like, I'm hearing understudy in psychology. Okay, something about that could be really important or relevant to the situation or circumstance here. Whether somebody studied it or somebody will be learning about it through like therapy or something. It feels like you guys need help and you need somebody that's going to help you. Somebody here might be going or seeking out a healer or some sort of counselor or help, assistance, guidance, maybe even magic work to kind of get something going here after experiencing stagnation and frustration here. It feels like somebody's going through a rough time. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If it's not yourself, it feels like for some of you guys, it could be you, Leo, or like somebody around you involved in the situation. If it's not a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries. We got the Temperance, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Swords. Do not overwork yourself trying to make something balanced when it's not meant to. You'll get more balance the less resistance you give it. I also am getting here that you will exceed your expectations without the help of somebody that you thought that you needed. I only say that because it feels like you have somebody around you who is demanding more energy or attention from you than they were in the recent past. And now that they have your attention, you can tell where they just kind of want to steal or feed off of you. And you feel like you should preserve communicating with this person in the future because they really don't hold any value except to weigh on you heavily. This could even be a job where like, let's say they promise something and then they just don't keep it or they don't follow through with it. Or like they put more pressure on you for a job than they have you doing something that's not in your pay grade and they don't want to pay you for it. It's giving that type of energy. It could be connected to a Gemini or a Cancer, or it could be something that happens in June that really solidifies what you choose to do. I'll say Leo. Because it's happening from Pisces season to June. And I feel like it's the effect of Jupiter in connection to Venus. Yeah, and your collaborations and your endeavors. You have the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles here. Either you're dealing with a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, or I feel like you will be receiving like some sort of good news or positive experience that lets you know that you can go forward quickly with some sort of endeavor. Like this energy is giving very homey, very hearthy, and also the energy of like, it's safe to say something's going to be happening in my life for a very long time. And you're going to be very happy about it, very fulfilled. I feel like I'm picking up on somebody who is surrounded by people or a person, particular person by the end of this month, if not already. Maybe influencing the background of this. This is why you might feel unsure the first week of May, because you're still getting accustomed to it. And then it's like, as it starts to kind of come in more and more, you feel like you can take off, you can kind of flow with it. But I'll talk about this Knight of Wands because I'm a little concerned career-wise. But in other areas, this is pretty cool. This feels like an energy of you feeling homey or hearthy, and like you can kind of anticipate something happening or staying in your life for a long time. It feels like there's some sort of solidification of commitment and effort that you're putting into something that feels worth it. And I feel like it's a nice energy for you to stick in. I feel like it's something that you like for a while. The Knight of Wands is the only thing that is concerning me just because of the placement. Right above it, the Two of Swords, right? That was that Gemini energy where I said something might be affecting you in June that you don't necessarily see yet. I was getting from that energy. Right above that, the fucking Nine of Swords. So there is something that has been looming energetically that you have been kind of concerned about that finally comes forward, comes to its head. And either the consequence of it is that you become so ambitious and almost careless based off of what you had in the past. So let's say you had an incredible virality to you. You went super viral in the past. And now you're trying to like pick up on that same energy that you had, that same drive that you had, that same force, that same attraction and popularity that you had. And it's not as popular. It's not brand new. It's not having the same attraction. You've grown, matured, transformed. Something big has happened in your life since then. You are definitely worried about how things are going to turn out in the future. Even though you feel a sense of you kind of got to be a little bit careless because you were in such a tight spot. You're emotionally like, hey, I have to dive in. I have to spin. I have to do this. And there's a certain lifestyle that came with that. That's shifting or changing too, that you need to learn how to work with. It's crazy because I feel like there's somebody here where you don't see how hard they're working around you, who could really, you could use a lot of tips from. This person is a Libra. They don't seem like they have their shit together or necessarily as good as they got it, but I promise you they have more burdens than you realize right now, especially if it's involving business with a Pisces, somebody who is ruled by Jupiter, or a Cancer, Virgo aspected person here. I feel like there's something about this person that you don't know that they take care of. This Libran energy is very strong. It's a Libran energy, or a Gemini, but it feels Libran. There's some endeavor they could actually help you with. There's some resource that they can help you with. I would not do any collaboration with this person though, because I feel like it wouldn't be successful, but I definitely feel like this person could teach you something. That might be what Source wants to communicate with you. With Jupiter and Saturn, it's Saturn that's in the way, but it's actually a blessing. Right now you might not feel like it's a fucking blessing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just like looking at this, like if it was the Weather Channel, this is not something that you would think is a benefit to you at the time, but I promise you it's saving your ass, because something will wind up being more costly than beneficial. So this is saying, don't subjugate yourself to being upset about this too long. Run where this opportunity takes you, because it will teach you something of value that you will grow from very quickly. Once you get it, it's like the challenge of something becomes almost like the thing that becomes your goal. It's like, it almost feels like the finalizing moment. I don't know why that just came through. There's this part in Trolls where they pause and they go, that's it. It feels like it's the solving of a crime or like a light bulb moment. You get it? I hope so. It may actually help you to resolve a relationship issue or problem. It may help you to get closer to somebody. You didn't even know you could get closer to this person. Damn. Why is all this slow music playing? OJs, motherfuckers in white suits with white slip-on shoes, shit sliding all across the floor. They got the motherfucking cord still connected to the microphone. Temptations, line dancing. Where the hell y'all going? What the hell y'all do? Some of y'all are dealing with a Rolling Stone. The Magician and the Three of Swords. That's a player at his fucking finest that you need to put distance between. Maybe you had a relationship or unionship with this person or friendship at one point in time. This could be a female hoe. This hoe would have the whole brothel popping. Apparently, that's how you feel about it. They had everything and everybody. They were slightly more open than they needed to be. That's what God said, not me. Sorry, I saw too much, y'all. Yeah, just open too much. Too many wands. Or they had an addiction, ran through, and got their heart hurt. I hope Leo didn't choose to accommodate a hoe. And now they trying to heal and move forward. Did you find out something about a person? Somebody is finding out news that may not necessarily be the best to find out. This could be like somebody who's been in a long-term relationship with somebody, maybe was even thinking about like a child with this person or getting married with this person, and find out that they got some curve fright fest on the fucking side expecting. I'm hearing the Freddie versus Jason music. Creepers. Somebody who came in creeping real quick and left just as fucking fast. Somebody is scared at how fast somebody left their motherfucking life because there's somebody here that maybe they had as a second option or runner up who all cuddled up on social media. I don't mean to laugh. Somebody all cool and peaceful. Jesus Christ, baby, even fucking married. On the Temperance card, like somebody really found peace. The lovers, I can't make it up. Somebody is in their pure Hakuna Matata and they lover energy over here having Dothraki sex and shit like that. Just all nasty types of encounters. And somebody just had like the worst experience of their fucking life or like the worst rejection, and all they could think about is something that they dealt with. Well, that's how it be sometimes. I feel like whoever you are, don't focus so much on the past, because like right now you may not need love. Like that might be why it's coming up. Maybe revisit like where you was wrong at and then move forward. Like just be very honest and brash about it. And maybe in you being honest, there might be some sort of unexpected happening that comes in that you weren't expecting. Especially if somebody like had a mishap, lost a job, slipped up. Did somebody have a slip and fall at work? Be very careful of that, because they're saying focus on your flexibility or your body. It will actually influence the flexibility in your finances, or especially if you were dealing with a lot of fluctuation there. Or lethargic energy. With the Two of Swords on that, the Ace of Pentacles is clarifying the Two of Swords. Maybe you dealt with some lethargic energy, or you feel like right now you may have a connection where things are not actualizing or not meant to come into your life until at a later date and time as far as finances. And right now it's very important for you to focus on the things that you can't see that are limiting your finances or causing blockages in your finances. So it's a very interesting take on it that I feel like you're going with, Cancer. And in this influence is benefiting you to like do some energetic work here, to have a good strategy. Whether you know about that type of stuff or not, it feels like you need to invest in it. It'll be very good for you to have it as a resource. It will turn you into a King of Pentacles energy, which would bring you closer into the aspect of being an emperor. The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse on the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's that energy of like recognizing where collaboration in your life was halted due to who you were having around you. This could be like you were shacking up with somebody or connecting with somebody at one point in time, and they had a family member around them who, or somebody around them who was not focused on the progression of this relationship that caused stagnancy. This feels like an energy like this is coming up again, and it's coming up in your career that might affect your love life and your, if you have kids, it would affect your connection with your children. What is this? It's something, it's a little bit beyond personal at this point, because the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Yeah, I can't make that up. The Ace of Swords came out. It feels like it might be like legitimized or legalized, or like it feels like something doesn't go through. Like if something was supposed to be legitimized and it already went through or something like that, something's going to be like revoked. And like, I feel like somebody's going to be disappointed. Yeah, somebody's going to be mad, disappointed. That's that Emperor energy that I was picking up on. It's like you need to know something, and if you don't use it, it's almost like you lose it and it costs you a lot. So be careful. And also, I feel like what you need to know, somebody really wasn't doing the work or something. And also, I feel like something was planetarily not aligning with the person astrologically anyway during this time or involving this circumstance. There is something in the ethers that was not working with a person who has been trying to work against a feminine energy. This is like trying to put an empress or an emperor in the reverse who's not meant to be. Somebody was trying to do that to somebody because that's who they are. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. Get the fuck out of here. That's the Victory card. On the Knight of Wands, I was right on point with what I said. Like, be very careful of your endeavors and how you're maneuvering. There could be a Libra person, the Six of Swords here, who could lead you in the right direction on how to handle a situation. And the Ace of Swords came out. I can't make it up. It's going to bring you money to follow in this person's direction. Because, you know, sometimes we experience that, a change or a shift or a birth in our business and things booming. And then we have to learn what comes following that, because that's an important part of a business. Things change. There's fluctuation. And not just like in a business aspect, it's the same thing in love. Things fluctuate and change. And I feel like you kind of need to be accommodating to that. So you even seeing the benefit in like having good people around you who benefit you and you benefit them. You teach them something because you teach this person spontaneity. You make things fun for them. Possibly you could be younger than this person, or there's an age difference here, and what you learn something that was frustrating you. But you teach them how to have fun even though you're the person frustrated, and they make your life feel more serious yet impromptu like you like, because you like spontaneity. So that's the benefit between both that perhaps you needed to know about if you wanted to know your influence on them and theirs on you. But I feel like there's some sort of good chemistry that comes in, or good connection that should come into you or appease you. Or if this is like even the exposure of something that's not meant to work, it feels like you learn why and you feel good about that lesson that you learned this month, Leo. So I'm going to leave your message there. I'm going to leave your reading there. Thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if it resonated with you. I would love to read for your energy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Perhaps you could share with a friend if you feel like it'll resonate with them. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time. Bye, Leo.